Hi, I'm Russel Peterson. I'm 17 years old and I'm a senior here at Learn for Life. I really like Vocademy. It gives me a really nice change in scenery. It's something else to do rather than sitting there at a desk and filling out a paperwork. It's like you can come here and do 3D printing, or you can learn welding. You can come here and take the welding class, learn how to put together a go-kart, and then go home and do it yourself. I love working with my hands. Like, I don't like homework, I don't like writing, I don't like reading, but like when it comes to like taking something apart and having the opportunity to fix it and make it work again, it's satisfying to me. It's a change in scenery. It's instead of sitting at a desk and using a pencil and filling out paperwork, or reading a book and filling out a packet for your credits, you're in there doing something fun, like sanding down wood or cutting wood up or hitting something with a hammer, you know? I honestly really loved the woodworking class. I really liked my teacher. His name was Robert. He taught me a lot here. I mean, due to the fact that I was in Boy Scouts, I kind of had an edge on everybody else in the class, so I was kind of farther ahead and I got things done a little bit quicker. I mean, it was a little unfair to everybody else, but it was still fun. We all became great friends. We're still great friends to this day. I learned how to be really patient with wood, because wood is not very easy to work with sometimes, especially if you're working with softwood, because it chips and it breaks and you got to redo it. And then I also learned that it's a lot better to take away too little than too much, because if you take away too much from what you're working on, you got to completely restart, because you can't add back that wood that you're taking away. So it's better to make multiple cuts instead of one that's too big. I only did one class of 3D printing. I really enjoyed it, but it was really like, you had to do it perfect, because if you did it perfect, it's gonna mess up. And you had to know what you're doing. You can't move the project and process. Once it starts, you gotta let it finish all the way through, because if you move it just maybe 1/4 of a centimeter, the whole project's gonna be off. You really don't need college to get far or to get where you wanna go. Due to my professional skills class that I took at Learn for Life, it taught me budgeting and how to place my money and how to do things, and like it taught me that you don't need to go to college in order to get what you want, as long as you're willing to do what you got to do to get it. I didn't really like the idea of college because of how my mother explained it. She always told me, when you're in college, any 1 hour of classwork is going to be 2 hours of homework at home. So that kind of killed it for me, and I didn't want to do it because I'm the lazy person. But what my Scoutmaster likes to tell me is people like the lazy person, not because they're lazy, but because when you give them a job, they're going to try and find the fastest and easiest way to get the job done.